People, 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 people. Say what they do. Now, people, the first thing that is popping in the news out of the files of a hard ears make for a soft ASS. And I am speaking specifically about an incident that occurred on the toll road. Don't know which one of them. Basically, somebody sent me a video, and people, it seems as if a man was blazing like a mad bat out of hell. However, he lost control, and when he lost control, he ended up into around a utility pole. Now, people, whenever a vehicle hits a concrete utility pole, usually the victims in that car are the ones who are going to come or go on the SHITTY end of the stick. And people, in this case, it read as the script said. Now, people, I am going to let you take a look at the edited version of the video. That means that I cannot show you the persons flung out of the car or fling out of the car and flat out like some sort of carpets. And then at the end of the video, there was some person with all sorts of music. And you know, as it pertains to YouTube and their copyrights policy, that is a no-no. So people, take a look to the edited version, and then I'll give my piece.
Looks us, somebody that ground, buckler on the toll road. John Star. What is this? Chairman? Yo. Yo, this mash up in a man. Buckler.
Now, people, like me say, vehicle literally flying at the pole. Occupants fling out, engine, everything in a one place. That means the trunk meet the hood. That means if anybody was in that car, more than likely paralysis, neck broke, foot broke, hand broke, everything gone. So therefore, it makes sense that the car fling them out, and people, it seems as if they were not lucky on that case or in that case either. So people, the moral of the story to this is very simple. Drive responsible. Act responsible. Don't make adrenaline and hype and boastiness and stupidity, most of all, leads you to making bad decision, because whenever you make any sorts of bad decision on the road, it is usually bad for your health. And people, in this case, it read according to the script, point blank and period. Now, before I move to the next part of my video, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source, and I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. And also, please subscribe to this channel, and when you subscribe, please press the notification bell or icon, and also press all in the option. Now, the next thing that is popping in the news. If you did not believe that Jamaica is a SHITTY country, meaning that not because of the people, meaning that because of the leaders, meaning PNP, JLP, whoever is in power, two party, but they play the same sad song. Nothing changed, different either JLP or PNP. The results are always going to be the same. It is always going to remain constant. Now, people, there's a case involving Minister of Education, former Minister of Education, Royal Reid. Him and the next person, Professor Fitzpinnock of the CMU, they were charged for corruption, in which it is said that they swindled a couple of tens of millions of dollars. And people, they are presently in the courts. At courts, this case, I think, started 2016. So therefore, we are speaking about in excess of 5 years. Since it's 2016, and people don't quote me on the exact date, the message is still the same. This man, Mr. Royal Reid, he has still been principal of Jamaica College, Hope Road. Now, people, he is making a salary of $6 point something million or $5 point something million per year for 5 years that he has not been employed, that he is facing fraudulent charges. So therefore, he should have been dismissed from that day on forth till now. However, people, when we thought that this was bad enough that he is getting paid for 5 years that he does not deserve, he has been given an extension on his salary for an additional 5 more years at or in excess of $30 million. Now, people, based on the information that I got, the caption read something like this. Breaking news, Royal got 5 more years of special leave, amounting to over $30 million. He is the real His Excellency. So people, when we think about it, these politicians, these leaders, they are the real cult leaders in Jamaica. So people, I am going to let you take a listen, take a look to what Nationwide News has to say, and then I'll give my piece.
Jamaica College, JC, has agreed to extend the leave of its embattled principal, Royal Reid, for 5 years. The decision was made sometime last week at a meeting of the board. At his current salary, the JC principal is on track to earn an additional $30 million from Jamaican taxpayers, Ricardo Brooks reports.
When contacted this afternoon, officials of the Old Hope Road institution were tight-lipped on the controversial move. Chairman of the school's board, Michael Bernard, was curt when our news center quizzed him on the decision.
I have no comment at this point in time for any record, thank you.
He ended the call. Nationwide sources say the Bernard-led board felt constrained to make a decision ahead of the expiration of Reid's current leave on Saturday, November 20. That's 2 days from now. It's understood that members of the Old Boys Association are reportedly unhappy with the decision. When Nationwide News made contact with several members of the Old Boys Association, they deferred to Michael Bernard, noting the school wanted to speak in one voice about the matter. Reid, who is before the courts on corruption and fraud charges, has been on leave from the school since 2016. At that time, Prime Minister Andrew Holness requested his secondment from the school to take up the post of Education Minister. Reid was subsequently dismissed from the Holness cabinet amid allegations of corruption at the Caribbean Maritime University. Our sources say the Education Ministry referred the matter back to Jamaica College after it sent 3 recommendations on how to proceed on the matter. It's understood that the Education Ministry advised the board it was empowered under law to act in the matter concerning Reid without its input. Up to late last evening, the Education Minister, Favour Williams, had yet to formally respond to 3 recommendations which had been sent to her regarding Reid's future at the school. However, it's understood the Education Minister has been advised of the extension of Reid's leave. Royal Reid currently earns a salary and compensation package of $5.5 million. Jamaica College's current acting principal, Wayne Robinson, earns a salary of $5.7 million. Royal Reid is 57 years old. With a retirement age of 65 years old, he is eligible to remain principal of Jamaica College for an additional 7 years. He therefore stands to earn at least $38.5 million over that period. Ricardo Brooks, Nationwide News.
Now, people are always asking the question, why is Jamaica like that? It is because if the head of the stream is corrupt, everything is going to be dirty. And that is why these criminals, the average nowadays criminals, they don't care, because they feel as if they are in the same category as these leaders, these politicians. Just as corrupt, the only difference is that the gunman use an actual tool. These people rob you in the name of politics or politics. So it proves that these politicians are the real cult leaders. They are the real His Excellency, their Excellency. So people, when we thought that this man lost his job because of the fact that there was some big allegations as to the fact that he was a criminal, him and him friend, Professor Fritz Pinnock, him get an extra 5 years, so 5 plus 5, 10 years guaranteed at the expense of the taxpayers, meaning you and I. Now people, as it pertains to Jamaica College, they have an interim principal, he is making $5.7 million, and then Royal Reed an additional $5 million. So therefore we are speaking about $11 million that a school is paying. Now people, this is a Jamaican school. This is not a foreign school. This is not Harvard or Yale. This is a little school that is being paid or financed by the Ministry of Education. So therefore, who you think is paying that? The taxpayers once again. Now people, as a person that attended Jamaica College, along with other persons, they are disgusted because they cannot believe that, listen, this man is still getting paid after all those allegations, after all those things that are pointing facts, evidence in court for say, yeah, him is a criminal, a star criminal. Nothing different, nothing less, nothing, well, something more, because we can explain him in different words. However, I choose not to. So people, he did not get fired initially. He got an extension. He got rewarded for being a crook by the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Education. So people, I say this to say that, do you really think that this could happen in any other place other than Jamaica? Because based on what we've seen, if you watch CNN, whenever anybody's name is called up, I am speaking about the top of any sorts of corporation or government agency. This corporation or government agency try to distance themselves from that person. However, in Jamaica, it is the polar opposite. There is what we call the body club, and they look out for each other. So therefore, no matter how despicable the act is, it is going to be embraced, it is going to be rewarded, it is going to be swept under the rug. And people, this is it, a next perfect example. Point blank and period. So anyways people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.